tiny say, Ubefahikra, Jesu Riba, Sakrawaji, Ebreni Hopyo. Assembly Ribisi, Assembly Ribisi, Assembly Ribisi, Assembly Ribisi, Assembly Ribisi, Assembly Ribisi, Ujabiani say, Abubani say, Ubutani say, Ubefahikra, Jesu Riba, Sakrawaji, Ebreni Hopyo. Ujabiani say, Abubani say, Ubefani, Ubeyedekra, Jesu Riba, Sisiwo, Assembly Ribisi, Sisiwo, Nasumibadi, Urawu Chitemu, Otafo, Osano, Nenyabre, Shesini, Pamuzuno, Timaweni, Namoda, Jeni Free, Maera, the Chewu, Jesu Riba, Odiwaja Beba, Assembly Ribisio, Finesisimu, Nasumibadi, Urawu Chitemu, Otafo, Osano, Nenyabre.
Adofnom yemamu nyina jo emamwatena sema makwaba edeba Home Base TV program atu din se Adiyie Mmre program yi eba kwanso kwesi eda nwumre bia brabo no nsia ekwakobo no nso nti se moye krado a yade ayen so yaye krado ha obo ade enhira mo papa na mesre mo onsa na anu aba hawo aketo na se senka mi wura wo ye kromu a kana kwata ekọ na dance ya odi ya no no nti wonso bo modena na bo obi amane se senka wo hwe Home Base TV program atu din se Adiyie Mmre ka bette tworo na se yi nti momyemmo afoforo nso dawuro se de be ya omoso ebehwe program yi nti oba de enhira mo papa eno achi no nso ye nuanom a mo hwe ya Royal TV monso yemamu nyina adwo emamo atenase esra oba de enhira ede emamo eno achi no ma yemfi program ye nya start ya na ye stream live e Facebook nti me so kita smartphone for credit and data kakra bi fem yen ko Facebook na ebo modena bo Home Base TV ubon se link no eda honom no like program no share e de aman wo comment bi ana de gu ase obrebe mu na agebre akenkan e de aman ti yesrem amonya ne sa emfa emmayen enu achi no ye nyame pa Evangelist Joseph Anane ene Nwa Nautical SDA Church ene besum nyampa memene da ebei na munim time na dada anopa no nkron sharp kusise nunum ebepa mu that's 9 a.m. to 5:30 in the evening ewo Nwa Nautical SDA Church ehon na Evangelist Joseph Anane ni team ni nyina ebesom ewo ho ntimum yenhia ho na yensua de emmum enu achi no eyanyankopon te asefo na pa 1st July ewo Kumase Trade SDA Church ehon na Evangelist Joseph Anane ni team no so ebeba bebo yesesen ya babesua de abomu ema wo yemfi date no 1st July ewo Trade SDA Church Evangelist Joseph Anane ni team ni nyina ebeba ho na esua de abom time no eya no part 9 kusise 5:30 ansana edi dwumadie ni nyina abanawie timonhya no so sama ene efa kwanya so ada Sotium SDA Church
24th
okay yenna Maira Pokuasa Maira SDA Church osofo a wadano asafo mpanimfo ne asafo tuo ni nyina yemfa seda kese emamo enra na Evangelist Joseph Anane ni team ni nyina ewo mo akache nyame enhira mo se de mo comporto mo hwehwe ma program no ekoso kama nyame enhira mo papa nyame penso a 24th June bosom ye wo mu nyanda fu aduenu nan a eno nso Sotuom SDA Church ehon na Evangelist Joseph Anane ni team ni nyina beba ni abesua de abomu ntuma yemfi 24th June time no 9 a.m. to 5:30 in the evening and Sunday the program no abanawie to oba de nhyira se wagebre na programming so obehebi na nwumre ye and the topic I share no the verdict of Caiaphas part 3 then your videos mako 8 ayebeyi e de akere ensem ye from asuafo de hye kofika kare nyame akwa ode na fam yen wo frɛ no odifo a wuntin won cast we odifo be wo frɛ no odifo a wuntin Evangelist the researcher Joseph Anane ewo yenche ewo ha evangelist mo adwomo akwa aba
yeah
oba de nhyira papa
amen
na program ya wo hwe nyame dom so enya nomination TV program of the year 2023 and afei so TV developmental program host of the year 2023 nti yenye 2 nominations yebeba be frase na nsa no yenkuti ama na boy kwan abefa so abeto aba man na yetimi win sa award no yentie ni tiawa yeba sisia.
Jesus, you're the wind beneath my wings. Sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus.
Spotlight Event Company Limited presents Spotlight Ghana Awards 2023. Nominee Kofi Kakari. Category TV Developmental Show Host of the Year 2023. Sola Scriptura, the Bible and the Bible only. To God be the glory. Yemia Kofi Kakari tiraye yo. Nyamia Yadumama winya nomination for TV Developmental Show Host of the Year 2023. Enti sa opese Yemia Kofi Kakari wini TV Developmental Show Host of the Year 2023 awards here. Nia wo be yande se wo be fa wo phone. No wa dial star 800 star 714 hash. Emfa woni network a we use. Se wo send dia e maybe sa won hyehyeye. Na wa selecting hyehyeye di kan no. Option 1 a to vote. Afa maybe sa nomination code. Now abo JB66 a yenua Kofi Kakari code. En which re maybe sa wa hia wo pese won tomano. Vote back ku bia 50 pesos. Enti wo pese wo to no dodo a. Yemfa no say 10 votes. Ebe ye 10 times 50 pesos. A ebe ma 5 Ghana cedis. Chese wo betimi to any amount. En which ebe sen bisa wo pin code. Sa wo boy no se hope. Wewi Chese watu abama yenua Kofi Kakari. Yenda wase. Enso ensaye. Afenso. The TV programmer watu ni din Adiyie Mmre. Enso enya nomination for TV program of the year 2023. Dial star 800 star 714 hash. Ne din shishaye ne so sa. Enonsu code JB160. Vote amount biye dawa komaso. Na fe bo pin code sheho. Na fa confirm ya batu ono. Yenda wase. Se wadwene ye hono watu abama ye. God bless you for voting for us.
Sweet Jesus, you're the wind beneath my wings. Sweet Jesus.
Black Unit Concepts. And say we be for phone. No wa dial star 800 star 714 hash. Emfa woni network a we use. Say we send dia e maybe sa won hyehyeye. Na wa selecting hyehyeye di kan no. Option 1 a to vote. Afa maybe sa nomination code. Now abo JB66 a yenua Kofi Kakari code. En which re maybe sa wa hia wo pese wo tomano. Vote back ku bia 50 pesos. Enti wo pese wo to no dodo a. Yemfa no say 10 votes. Ebe ye 10 times 50 pesos. A ebe ma 5 Ghana cedis. Say ubetimi to any amount and wechi ebesen bisa wo pin code se oboy no se hope wewi say watu abama yenua Kofi Kakari yenda wase enso ensaye afenso the TV programmer watu ni din
adof me san emama kwaba bio enti se dem kan no ene topic aye hwe na ye the verdict of Caiaphas na obi bi bisa say the verdict of Caiaphas no ene den mo be kai abra ye chi Yesu Kristo na Caiaphas hwe no mu anu hunu se boni bi ani no nanso o man no asechire na ka kire nse Yesu ndi ku no nti o ye na dwen se sa na tie de a obeto chacha to me kwako yi Baraba a o ye de bonye ni kromfo weremfo e de ne begina ho ena o de Yesu Kristo gina nchen ena obusa se wo mo mienu se nipa mienu we hwan na menyae no ena o man na sechire na ka kire ne se Baraba o ye kromfo weremfo no gya wo no mo man no onkos mewiaye na Yesu di ku no man na o kan sa wie no asem opie ne se eye se obaakofo bewu sense omamu ni nyina be komusuo mu na evangelist che se da bi ba ye be kasa asem bo ebi de betia SDA4 adenti no okasa yenko evangelist to no fa yenwuram evangelist
fine yes ena yakopon ase mamenchia Mmre me no special in a very special way.
Okay.
Omo adwuma wo UTS security company ewa Accra. Efra baako Shadrach. Ana efra baako Joseph.
Oh, okay.
And me no share wo no aso nsem ho ba bi.
That's right.
Anopa we ho me share papa. so mo tie ya afi yem na no mo trade om de mo se share property program ma on enu so de om se first July de om hwe the whole area na nim efiri pachi 1 and 2 eba be senko apoto agya nyina no ye hi obi bia wo trade first
July. What you say? We are coming.
Did no mo share so my good. Yes. Kai fasa tembo. Na said the waka no. Scripture reading no so na wa introduce no John 11:50-51. Yohana sen Petro do ba ko chemo dunum ene dunum ba ko.
That's right.
Said the Kai fasa kan no o se eye se ye oba ko fo bewu ama oman no. Sen said oman mu nyina no be ko se yem. Na edunum ba ko na o ka se sa asam na o kan no. We mfiro no nka samu, mfiro no nka sa ne pem no de ka. Fisa na oye sofo penin safi no. Na de okai na ohyenkom efa Kristo hu se ehwase Kristo owu ema oman no we ye de esi ya twera to ho ena me kire mu se abakosam na esi ye no ebe sense biu na unity ahase ehu se ifri America na eba inkom shakasa so akadada se be ifri America na kwan be fa so be pii no ehun de ba bo ankire mu e se ye be Yesu ama se Judas se nya hwan ene ya modin na mu yenim se ye be yinama sana nkom hye na aka no yenim se wiase asode ti onyankopon mra a omonkasa hye mra se se eye mra se obema timi ware ne yonko bema oba nso timi ware ne yonko ba emra makwan good omo ye no awie ana mo nso so no asa aka se ye de na otwe da di kan esio se homeda ema wiase a enya na otwe de to sonson ne biem enu so de asase sofo eye United Nations kuo no de onwaje no atom.
That's right.
Efri ho a atwere ne se ebeba amanaman eso maako na amanaman no America na nkomhye atodin se ono no odi kan enu wadi se metre dumiensa chemu do baako ade bisi dunson America ho asem ena ho no afei mekanisa no a twere senso toa so kire mu se sadie yedi Yesu begina ho ne yedi kromfo no so begina ho biase pam se pe kromfo no biase nyina baka bom na omepo nyankopon kwa bopo nyankopon ne se ene wo pe ekua ewo wiase a edi Yesu Kristo ho adanse ekota nyankopon mra nsem du kuta Yesu Kristo gidie ne wo wiase afa na nyina a eka no kre a kire wiase no wo ye memda akwanyefo ekuo sa so de firi ho a ebi ni akire bi
okay
wo benya memda fo ahodo bi no bo mo nyina ewo wiase mantwe bi ezi na nkasa kura ye kasa wo wiase afa na nyina no kura no wo bekọ kuru bi so na ewo ho de but enhyeda enteni kuru nyina mu Ghana ha kura ye kasa yi se bi frefri sire ba bi o se matem nka na aso na bi ebi mban ye na me se ai wo de bomodin to aso wo be hu de ban sa enti no at least but oka country ye 195 countries are that you and less so say holy see abeka hu 196 holy see na minim say ezi asori ni ho sa ndi minim aso da AC holy see Rome
okay
aso da nsi ho aye Vatican
I
I minim say ezi aso da nsi ho
that's right
yes but Italy krono a Vatican shemu no ezi ubekọ na ezi ho
that's right
omonte ya sesa good enti sa hyenso na me hyem say this cemetery dumienu chemu dunson Revelation 12:17 oho ese obonsam ne bufu oba no na okoto nasefo no so sa wo mu a ekura nyankopom ransem du ne Yesu Kristo adanse the testimony of Jesus Christ obonsam no nyaga na hankwa no wo obiasa fa na nyinara enti no baabi biara nyankopom ma wo a omo Yesu Kristo mu gidie Kristo ho adanse no se ebi wo krono so a nyande obonsam befa saafo no se omu de mu nya hwe wo ya nipa ba kokora no a wo ya target
that's right
sa enu achi no chirasan so edi onho adanse wo etiredu na nchechemu du bienu eye edisem se aha na ahotefo bo aseto no wo wo mo ekota nyankopon emransem ene Yesu Kristo gidie
that's right
fine ni nyina no ye nyankopon mransem Yesu gidie ene de hye omonso enti na kenka mienu ya makan ne beka de so miensa de beransana no ahyenso de obonsam odi hu nokre asafo ono obonsam die ono de hye asafo no se we ene kuta nokre ene se o se Bible se enipa ne ya ahotiefo bo aseto etoso mienu wo mu Nyankopɔn mmara nsɛm ne nyinaa so etoso miensa wo nkuta Yesu Kristo mu gidie etoso nan omo wo Yesu Kristo ho adanse the testimony of Jesus.
Okay.
Ya ka se Yesu Kristo adanse a edi semetre dun kronchichemu du o ka ne se enu ni Adiyie nkomhye anase Adiyie honhom, the spirit of prophecy. Enti enu chiremu se asafo ewo sa ahyenso no omo wo akyede a aye honhom akyede e de kire nkomhye ase. Nkomhye no so enye de o ma me benya accident enti no be yese no nye nkomhye de akwankyere nam. Ye kan nkomhye a e ka wiase nyina bom e ma no nkomhye kro.
That's right.
Sa ebi se o ka kire nse ayi ka benya accident
obi be ware bank manager
o ka sa asem no obi o Nigeria no fa no ban so bi wa hye so bi ware bank manager Ghana ha no na ba mu no obi e Nigeria no sa nkom hye fa no ban enye no ne ka Bible nkom hye ne de e kasa e kama wi ase nyina apere kopɛ fine na fe mi sanka we so se Onyankopɔn adoma kyɛde na ye Adiyie nkom hye ne ye de acha asafo no kwa no e wo ho fretete na Onyankopɔn o de che asafo no na asafo ma no ankrankra bi wo mu a o de sa adoma kyɛde no adu omumu a omoboa ma nkomhye nkyire mu ayi wie pɛye wo asafo no
sa kyɛde no Nyankopɔn amfa nkyɛ nsafo no
dabi
o de che asafo that's the true church
sa na tie ɛna me kyire mu sɛ ebedo baabi wo wiase abakɔsa mu no wiase nyina baye baako apo Nyankopɔn mmara nsɛm du apo Yesu Kristo apo na danse no.
That's right.
Na akoka eziefo ne dru ho no a de eziefo beka nyinara bia no wiase ne mfa.
Okay.
Sade Yesu oye ni kyenkyene pepepe ka ne Nyankopɔn nsɛm nyame asɛm nso no dru ho no Israelfo se da bi yepa kromfo no. Sa ena wiase bedo mraton kyense de o metie Nyankopɔn mmara.
That's right.
Na ebi na akopie ewo America Supreme Court. Ye kan se Sahwefo be kaye ya. Ye Armageddon. Ye when America coughs, America bawa. Ye kan say America be di kan kwese da mra hyenum. Na obosa awa no a ebe ka ya sa man nyina. Ye kan ye.
That's right.
Na ye the video di kan ebe hye sa asam ye kan ye no.
That's right.
Ye be hye mo kina sa abri.
Adofnom program a program a very serious program. Ye nkasa keke. Ansani ebeba se yekasem bi kita documents, ekita biblical backing, ese kita videos. Ansana bibi ano se yebeka no yaka. Adanse any video 1 into production more room for my.
In a landmark case, the U.S. Supreme Court heard arguments on a religious accommodation case. Hi, I'm Connie Vandeman Jeffrey, and this is All God's People. On April 18, the Supreme Court of the United States held a hearing whose eventual ruling could have long-standing implications on religious accommodations in the workplace. The Supreme Court held oral arguments in Groff versus DeJoy. Gerald Groff was a rural postal service employee in Pennsylvania who requested to not work on Sunday, his day of worship. Though accommodated at first, he was told later that he would have to start working on Sundays. Groff eventually decided to quit his job and sue for his right to a religious day of rest. Adventist religious liberty experts and advocates explained that this is not an Adventist case, but one that nevertheless could have implications for all religious minorities, including Seventh-day Adventists. Indeed, several groups, including Muslims, Hindus, Orthodox Jews, and Seventh-day Adventists, filed what is called an amicus curiae, a brief that expresses support for Groff's lawsuit. Alan Reinach, executive director of the Church State Council, said that the restrictive interpretation of courts has put those who adhere to certain religious traditions at a disadvantage. He added, making sure everyone is treated fairly affirms our nation's historic commitment to religious diversity, even at work. The April 18 hearing included questions from the justices to the lawyers of both parties, as the 9 justices weigh whether to expand the rights of employees seeking religious accommodation. Throughout the process, Groff has been represented by First Liberty Institute, the Church State Council, and the Independence Law Center. The Church State Council is the oldest public policy organization in the western United States, devoted to religious freedom and the separation of church and state. Experts agree that the outcome is difficult to predict. A ruling is expected by late June 2020.
Adofnom yema munyina akwa babio mesremo Facebook no mon share my sisi am no kase bianya kwanya ohwe e Dubai ye nua Enoch Bonzi inti mesremo mon share my said be don benya program no ahwe even just akwa video.
Yes, video we there obi say me dedicate am azifo.
That's right.
Fi say asem no e ba be pure mo so first ansa na kan ya e wo biase. Na we video na ehwe no azifo TV station war the Pacific Union Conference. So I didn't me born as if on a beti as ye.
That's right.
Now make a Pacific Union Conference. I made the sorry a war Arizona and the war net a selling us no screen so Arizona, California, Utah, Nevada, Hawaii. A whole the Pacific Southwest. A honor video no a free.
Okay.
Now the entire me boss actually say on one Kansas TV station and the Casa America was say assembly akopie court na efa kwasiada and memenda homeda ho at least for the first time
in see that
there be say ya peja memenda pa ne kwasa akopie American Supreme Court ya wo SC 21st May 1863 and ye 2 din SC homeda ne wo ofre edin and obi anim na yintimi ha but see nya eku I am from Seventh Adventist Church 1863 they be see 2023 and then June 11 a see that say is the lawyer for akuku damfo e peja kwasiada memenda kopie Supreme Court afeni yenya baako.
That's right.
Me record so the afeni yenya baako e bia no mo obi omutimi dia ba.
Okay, so we enim bisa on send it.
Ye record so the afeni yenya baako na baako ne yenya no sonso no omonkasa TV station na ebo ho dewuro no aye Pacific Union Conference na no mi Wisconsin and so sa almost aba bonten e de krata ba say nukrani aye ezi asoya ehwe ayi fa hodie osomo fa hodie ani amamra emu ayi amamumra ani osomo fa hodie.
Okay.
Asoya ehwe twakan da omuntamu se be masa famanya mfa hodie e de asom. Wisconsin e bode wuro se sa asoye no omo de assembly akopie mo Supreme Court.
Okay.
At least mema won adanse mienu 2 witnesses say se kwa America in sorry bi na hase e ti hu hia kakra say bibi koso Supreme Court
mate ho popoye
sa pepepe any video na me boy no.
That's right.
Na nyom nko Steve Station ahodo a eno no nye osom station omo so hase boss video kakra.
That's right.
So we the next video nyem fendi sa adanse na nsa
adanse nti ne kumso nkronso empanisi hu ahwe production video 2.
Today, the Supreme Court hearing oral arguments in a case pitting the U.S. Postal Service against a former employee who says he was forced to choose between his livelihood and following his faith. Washington correspondent Evan Lambert is live. Evan, this case hinges on a provision of the 1964 Civil Rights Act.
Nicole, that law says it's illegal to discriminate against an employee based on religion. So far, lower courts have ruled against Gerald Groff, but he is now in front of a Supreme Court that has lately been supportive of petitioners bringing religious freedom.
Okay, adofna yama mo akwa babio yasa ko video we yenko evangelist so onto no bonchire mai evangelist
enti otie lady nene jansema no a okasa no a onso so na hya bodoro se yenye dwuma kwasiada ana ye de akokọ te se yemfa kwasiada nsi ho sanya homeda akopia American Supreme Court na case na akopia court no ezefo na di animu ukosoro ba sa na records ne tie ense saye.
That's right.
Ezefo na di animu e di case na court omo ankose aban mo mo kwasiada aban mo mo memeda humi o omo ko se yekoje kwasiada emra no a omo de ko no de omo prekwasiada na omo gina sa amra kro no so age memeda nso de efirim.
That's right.
Na omo krata ni a lawyer for no akache krata ba ko ni ye nka ni nyina de bet ye be kan etifi asem ne kakra bi eguase ho
adansi nti first liberty that yes. Supreme Court says yes. January 13th 2023 Supreme Court to hear case of former postal carrier who lost job after USPS refused religious accommodation. Attorneys asking justice to enforce federal law that protect the right of American workers to honor Sabbath in accordance with faith.
More. I want to say a lawyer for any. I want to say attorneys asking justices. Ain't you know a lawyer for no edi asem no. Almost threatened for ne war court horse. Yen shemra me jiri se brofo no moda ho e be PS no se sia net ne ha madwen ho hent.
Okay.
Or say attorneys asking justices to enforce federal law. One can say introduce. Yes, enforce.
Yes.
The rights of American workers to honor Sabbath in accordance with faith. There's a said the nipa ni GDCT no. Woman who kwan now on home homeda.
That's right.
Brofoni are very technical. Sir. Intino nipa ni GD no se juara no pen homeda. Let us say man no kwan. Se man minda ye man no kwan. Se kwese da so ye man no kwan. Any na kugu court no. Sir. Ha.
Nemum di akopie court.
Di akopie court.
Kwese da
homeda. Ena akopie ho.
That's right.
Intino emra no e ma kwese da kwan no. Ena zi fo gina so kire se mama kwese da kwan de a.
Yenso
so e de man. So ho. Na Baptist for ena kire asem no fa ba bi so mo kire mu yi o mo kwan so na o mo document ni Baptist News Global.
Okay.
Na the omo kan ni.
I say broad coalition of religious liberty groups sides with former postal employee.
Yes.
Kate April 13th, 2023. Baptist Joint Committee for Religious Liberty is among the dozens of faith-based organizations to take Gerald Grove's side in Grove versus DeJoy, in which the justices will hear oral argument on April 18th.
Very good.
We join a brief that was led by attorneys for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The brief also was joined by the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops, the National Association of Evangelicals, the Ethics and Religious Liberty Commission of the Southern Baptist Convention, and the Anti-Defamation League.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Others filing friend of the court. And you know, no, on the Baptist for HRS, womo akoka asafwa ye friend Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Or see omuno modi animu. Letter ba kwa makan program so kire se Roman Califo and the animu amakwa Sanchez o se no obia epre.
Say Romans no de wogina en sorry nyina name and akodwen
sa. And on letter akọ.
Okay.
And yenya Latter-day Saint and yenya Catholic bishops. On the auto aso
others filing friend of the court brief.
Filing friend of the court brief.
Okay, filing friend of the court brief. For the plaintiff include numerous Hindus.
Yes.
Sikh, Muslim, Jewish, Catholic, Evangelical, Protestant, and faith-based legal organizations. The General Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Yes.
And the Union of Orthodox Jewish Congregations of America were among those filing joint brief.
Very good. Enti Baptist for essay omonso eka ho. Eno mo bo ba asore din.
Senye yenko. Omonso mo ka ye ho ye nyina akodwen no. Omonso nie.
Nti omodo mo asem ko biye o sa paragraph no mo kan asem bo say SDA fon so den eka ko ka ho. Any Orthodox Jews. Na sa kwe ya yabobo yi. Yemfa video to aso no. Memfa nkira asem bim emfa kwe ho.
Okay. Production madaro my video 4. Some my crowd and also more room for my video 4.
Religious leaders from around the world have issued a joint appeal for international politicians to agree to a new global deal to combat climate change. Christian, Buddhist, Muslim and Jewish leaders were among those attending the gathering at the Vatican hosted by the Pope. For their part, the faith leaders made a commitment to educating and influencing their followers about climate change. The BBC's Mark Lowen is in Rome.
They came from across the planet, faith leaders urging politicians to save it. Christian and Jewish, Buddhist and Muslim, Taoist and Confucian, signing a joint appeal to world leaders who'll meet at the COP26 in Glasgow to commit to net zero emissions, to limit the temperature rise to 1.5 degrees, to support poorer countries. A pope who has focused on environmental concern, and an archbishop with this warning.
Our abuse, our war against the climate affects the poorest among us. Reconciliation with creation, in obedience to our Creator, proclaims the love of God. The world has just enough time to get this right.
In return, the signatories say they'll educate their faithful, spreading the message of climate awareness. The document was handed to Alok Sharma, the COP president, to take to next month's summit, telling us the faith leaders are an essential resource.
The message from them has been very clear. This is a critical moment for the world, and the message was one of the head and the heart. The scientists telling us the message from the head is very clear, is that it is humanity that is creating climate change, and we need to act now. And the message of the heart is about morality.
Our abuse, our war against the climate affects the poorest among us. Reconciliation with creation, in obedience to our Creator, proclaims the love of God.
Adofne san emamo kwa ba biu videos no e kasa. Yenko evangelist onko jinchire mu.
Yes. Video ya boss see yi. Me pese me de wi acha dance say. E course 4th October 2021. Pope Francis Akachi. Rome. Vatican City.
That's right.
Na asore ni osoma hodo omo se omo gina American Supreme Court prese yemfa kwashada no ensi ho se homeda no saafo no ene ndidi kan 2021 ene Pope Francis ene United Nations akoya pam assign krata sa krata no emu na kwashada som no ewo.
That's right.
Idea ma UN enti no omo sign no SD ankobi omo nkan sa de.
That's right.
One more sign of Mokrata, or once on our copy of Supreme Court. I know you dance a decay.
That's right.
You have had the Tossum Numra.
Okay, production a fair video 4. And also a dance here Tossum Yunu, Rofamay.
We're here as a group representing the major religions of the world, and we're here to support, with our prayers and our thoughts, the global leaders meeting for the COP27 conference right at the moment. We know that they need resources that are more than just human to deal with the crisis that's coming. So we've tried to formulate 10 principles, what we call climate repentance, that is acknowledgement of where we've all as a human race fallen short, how we've got into this critical situation with our environment.
Empowered by mind, reason, and spiritual understanding, we adopt a
as spokespeople of our religious and spiritual faith traditions, which are the sources of our moral imperative. We felt it was necessary for us to add our voice and to raise our voices in a common call for the leaders of the world, and especially those who are now negotiating a COP27 in Egypt, to heed the guidance that comes from our faith traditions to fulfill our purpose on earth
Adofno yesan ema mo kwa babio safe no adwene program na topic I discuss no the verdict of Caiaphas part 3 and then Mmre ye discussing na sa wo hwe babia evangelist drive Adiyie no krono nkakrakra wo kire yen se meda akwakopie America Supreme Court baby a aware call ya the definition sense say the bema timi ware bema oba timi ware oba no say homeda nso akwakodu the same Supreme Court ebe pie beba no ebe ye kwasi ada homeda ana ebe ye memene da homeda eno na ye di na preto na SDA for mo hwe de ye koso no yenko evangelist o
yes afebio video ye hwe yi eye ebra omukọ Mount Sinai omo asa asori ejidi ku ahodo a ene omo gina American Supreme Court se nyi kwase da ma mpa home no omo ya na fu people Sinai 2022 November 13 se omo ko gimra nsem do aba ena yeyi ya omo kuta people omo kan.
That's right.
On se ba kokora de me hu de kuta na ono so oba ben no se nyakopon oba no no obututu bento dinanim to omo so bobi.
Oh okay.
Omo nkoso saa foyi omo no amaji mra nsem do akwase da som ka ho kwase da mra ayede ba ho me ehyem bi ena omo de ama UN saa foyi ya no omo ne ezi akohia American Supreme Court so ade ase na ye kwaji saa mra nsem do ne 10 climate principles di aba no ezi so ankobi.
Oh okay.
Inhiemu
mienu ni nyina SD for ankobi.
First one is faith and science e wo Pope Francis Akachi.
That's right.
E ho na saa osoma nyina fi kremo Hindu Sikh onyina akosan ye de atwato onwe no ma UN eno mo nkasa so saa osoma ho de saa di ekiri se mra na ye de abrem no ye koje ne honhom de enso abeka ho eno mo ko people se na so e de beta ekiri ma wom aye 2.
That's right.
Imbienu na ezi fo ankobi de to so miensa ye nto aso.
Okay. Production video 5 and also SDA4 Kobi ana omo ankobi wada ro yi kire.
Number 10. We note that pluralism and differences in religion, skin color, gender, race, and language are expressions of the wisdom of God's will in creation. Thus, any incidence of coercion to a particular religion and religious doctrine is unacceptable. Number 10. We note that pluralism and differences in religion, skin color, gender, race, and language are expressions of the wisdom of God's will in creation. Thus, any incidence of coercion to a particular religion and religious doctrine is unacceptable.
Adofno yesan ema makwa babio minim sense die for de motebrofo pa minim kura minim Pastor Anthony Mekisedek utie brofo ya ma mi resade go evangelist.
Yes.
Asebnu mu odu waka na trasa
sa meeting ya ma me ne oka sa brofo no omo ko no wo Kazakhstan.
Okay.
Near Omutudin say the 7th Congress of World Traditional and can say the 7th Congress of Traditional Religions. And say Sao Sumia ene asore ne gidi ku ahodo na akopie Supreme Court no. Omo de kan akohia wo Kazakhstan. Omo nyina ye omo no
Eja Kronkron Pope Francis ne tie adwam
special guest. And omo ankasa ji tu mu sa abre no last year no September. Na omoje nhihia ahodo maako aduasa baako etumo na okenkan no emudu no na yetwade de mo dance no.
That's right.
Utie maame no a ono akwa Anglican ono kire se omo adisua ene nhyimu no maye no edi adanse se Nyankopon wabɔ ne pesu ahodo bobro ne fita botuntum abode ne ne brown made ne blue wabɔkasa ahodo fine
wotwa
Nyankopon twa ne nyansam no bɔ ne sa ena mo to aso se sara nso Nyankopon wamma kwan se osoma ahodo nyinara entrase
eno de enya nokre
omo no mo se meti omo akoni ena mo gina so se Nyankopon abobro ni no abotuntum na wabɔkasa ahodo ni ntimi enhye se obi anka kasa koro sa nso na ena ye enhye se obi mfiri ne sumu enko obi asom te say jawogidie ne beka me de ho no saa asem no yesi yenyaka on acceptable
Nyankopon gitum
yes
me pa cho saa asem we nya no kre ye de beka kire say jawa soro ne kwa SD go honom na no kre do so puo ni nyina egu wona wa so no ntie de honhom ka tena zamfo no
enti no saa meeting no so no as for the ankobi enti omo no de omo akopie Supreme Court no enka dia say na be banka Buddha Krishna Hindu Sikh onye be ka say pe kwasiada o de kwasiada ye dai
that's right
ye ba wi ase Hindu o de kwasiada den obi say omo se omo so ya omo di afasha afiafi enti bia na bia akoto kwasiada enti no ye je kwasiada sa kremofon so se ye go kiriwi a ya na ye Mmre ma ye kwan se company ma kwan ye nkofi nko di enti no omo hye Mmra no se be mi so mi kiriwi a Mmra na ma me kwan ma nya bia kodi
ade no mo ko wan fafia danko
no ni asem enti no saafo nyina akopie Supreme Court ye prekwasiada
that's right
mo anansha for front to be the next 2 videos 6 7
production please video 6 and 7 so adaron rufa my adansi enti.
Hello everyone, hello and welcome. My name's Rose Drew, I'm CEO of Interfaith Glasgow, and a very warm welcome on behalf of Interfaith Glasgow and Interfaith Scotland. Welcome to all those of you present here in George Square, especially if you've come a long way. And welcome to all those of you joining us online via the live stream from all over the world. It's genuinely a privilege to be with you all today. It's no exaggeration to say that COP26 may be the most important summit in human history. And we are gathered here at the start of that summit because the future of our beautiful planet and the diverse life it sustains hangs in the balance. The decisions and commitments made in this city over the next fortnight will determine that future, our future, and that of all the generations to come. Thank you for being here to mark this pivotal moment by standing in solidarity with people of all faiths and none out of a shared love for life on earth. Though we come from many different religious and cultural backgrounds, we have just one home, and that home stands in need of urgent reform.
I now invite to the stage Reverend Linda Haggerston, Interfaith Officer of the Scottish Pagan Federation. And I now invite those wishing to join the pagan prayer here in George Square and wherever you are in the world to do so.
O Great Spirit, O sacred ones, you are the wind that breathes upon the ocean, the wave that sways and splashes upon the shore, and the creak of the boat as it gently rocks upon the water. You are the beasts of field and sea communing with the earth. Winged creatures flying through the air and the fire deep underground. You are the mountain lake and the pond in the city, the desert sands and the lava flowing, the kelp and the trees, the fungi and the fern. You are the arts and the discoveries of science. You are the beauty of the written and spoken word and of silence. You are wisdom in thought and deed. You are the light of dawn, the shadow of dusk, moon and sun, seasons and stars. You are life. You are us and we are you. You are all creation. And in honoring you, we affirm our devotion to life on this small planet, healing and protecting it the best we can. It is the season of Samhain, of All Hallows Eve, and for some the beginning of a new year. It is the season when darkness grows before the fallow time, when the veil between spiritual and earthly worlds becomes thin. And although we follow different paths, We call upon our ancestors of spirit and history, blood and bone, to forgive us and help us carry on. Today, we ask those who are meeting at this hallowed time, making decisions about the future of our planet, to take into account what we already know to be true. This earth is our mother, our father, our source, our hearth, our home. We exist because it exists. It is long past time to stop taking for granted and destroying this home which gives us all we need. We pray that instead, those conferring today listen and they act with wisdom, conscience, and compassion for the sake of our earth and the generations to come.
adɔfonom ɛma ne nya wo nwanwa ɛnneɛma ɛkɔ so behind the scene but ebia unhuni na wosɔfoɔ wɔn ka bo ebi da because na dwene nkɔ hɔ enkomhye no yɛmfa maa no evangelist
very well
deɛ ɛkɔ so no no
we ɛyɛ video ɛbɛtɔ so ɛnan ɛwɔ nson ya abɔ no na we nso na meka kyerɛ ziefoɔ sɛ ɛkɔ so ɔsom ahodoɔ no asese gyina Supreme Court sɛ yɛgye kwasi ada no ɔmo kɔhyia ɛbɔ mpaeɛ sɛmfa kwasi ada ne ma ɔmo dadaada we glass
ɔmo yɛ vigil
ai
sɛ nyankopɔn mmoa mo tiri mu pɔ no
mmrem na efiri ɔkɔmfoɔ so de kɔsi kremo de ba buda so wɔn nyinaa kɔmpaebɔ no na baako pɛ ɛna mmebɔ akyerɛ wɔn
that's right
enti video no mienu no kyerɛ sɛdeɛ ɔyi introduce program deɛ ɔyi program ne akyerɛ wiase ne kan sɛ ɔsom ahodoɔ ne yɛhyia yi
that's right
yɛbɛbɔ mpaeɛ aboa climate change ɛna yɛyi mpaebɔfoɔ no ɛmo baako yɛabɔ video akyerɛ wɔn ezi ankobi
that's right
saafo yi ɛna nɛ yɛne ezi akɔhyɛ Supreme Court ti me bisa sɛ wɔn mo gidi sɛ enumpe yi ebenya nkwade na yɛnhwɛ adeɛ bi wɔ Numbers 23 verse 9
okay
mom nsuro me ka tell you mom nsuro mom yentie quotation ye be
that's right Mmre chapter 23 verse 9 yentie Awurade asɛm Awurade asɛm se abotan atifi ɛna me firi me hu no na enkokoɔ so ɛna me firi me gyina no
sa
hwɛ ɔman a ne nko ɛbɛtena nie
sa ne tie
na ɔremmu wɔn ɛmfra ewiase aman no
sa ne tie sɛ Ebra Balaam ene Balak eye baako sɛ yɛndom Israel yɛnkyekyerom honhom mfam fa sunsum wiase no Nyankopɔn ma saa atrodifo no ɔno hye saa nkom yi sɛ Israel ɔmonko na betena yɛnka ɔmo ɛmfra wiase aman ɛno nti maizefo nso aswante sɛ bebe yɛdro sɛ no yɛte wiase so yɛnka wiase ho
that's right
sa ɔmo yɛ dan so one person welcome yase ho a wo ba yira enti no omum fredi no omum pagya asempa no Kristo kan wo ayi John 12:32 o se me say ma me so fra sa so ameda metwi ni panyina aba me nchen na ye won kransem bi wadi se metedu nwotwe chechemu mienu ne miensa enan ikosi num ne kabra mu ne ewoyi
that's right the SDF onye dede enka san kransem no mayi so omo danso
sa ne tie Fise saa koya video sha bo nyina no onyina wo Supreme Court odada ye je kwasi ada omo bo ho mpaye asan akọ ho miti ahodo saa enti no yaka ne saa hwie no ma yembo video di ekire video 8
okay
yes
production someone crowd amadaroma the last video 8
back in the day. I want to look down through my questions. One of the other things I'm thinking about social media. People that comment on this, and I've been going through the feed, some want to argue, well, I don't know that you need to take every Sunday off. Others are saying, well, the Sabbath is really Saturday. That's not what this case is about when you get down to the essence of it legally. It's not about whether Gerald Groff is right in what he believes. It's whether he has the right to what he believes, because that sets a legal precedent that protects all of us whenever, say, for example, a government employer doesn't like what we believe.
Right, yeah, that's absolutely right. And that's one of the most fundamental things about religious liberty is to be able to protect people that we may not agree with, because that same principle, that same value protects our rights as well. And so we may not agree, and that same works with free speech. We might not agree with what somebody's saying, or we might not agree with the religious belief that a person has, but the principle that protects us is that same principle, that the principle that protects our religious liberty as well.
And so that would expand to, say, someone who's Jewish, who wants to honor the Sabbath on Saturday. Right. Could extend to, as we mentioned, a Seventh-day Adventist, but also goes beyond that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So religious liberty is a value that, it goes into the schools. The ability for schools, for students in schools to be able to evangelize and talk to them.
Adofo sign emamo kwa babio even so tie brofo na lawyer na kan no wo se enyam from so se giragraph obeji bibie die na obenya ne gidie wo bibi mu
yes
nemum se emra makwan wo ne opese wo gidie no ho no enso ye another thing
sa
it is easy no na kwa kopie court
sa enti no empanefo mi no kasa ne omo ye ezia lawyer fo na ade asem na court omo ka ho
omo ne twitwaje
giragraph no enna omo ankasa gi atomo se asem no pa de wo hwe ani a anyama mena ne da koto Supreme Court no ayakwasiada omogi tum enti na wo gina so de kan se emra ma giragraph no kwan se yemma no kwan na se de ne gidi tie no womfa ensom womfa nya dwuma so eni kwan se dwuma ne ehye ne gidi so se onyinyi chese
eka ne gidi
se eni kwan eno ne ne ye pre court no fine na next week medical crepa betum na o hwe court no ye duru na me de masem si ani court na ye kodu se ye no ajaje fom kron no ye tikonya kasie mu e wa America asem de bia batan kasie ho no ye Supreme Court ajaje for 9 no e mo 7 e Roman Catholic asafo mba baako e Jewish baako ye non denominational Protestant on dem asoro bi o si okobi on ni tuntum na ba de yin na se ye yi ne de kwa de Ketanji Brown Jackson the ding no ono so ne ye bisa no meeting interview no e bi so ono de okobia keke fine no problem enti no enwotwe asanse akwase da mra no dadaada na wogi ni se ade ono akobọ mpa ya akere hokom ma ya fra nananom samanfo afra dompe afra muja se ye jikose de na ade abeto Supreme Court animu a won fa ko meme na ma azie ni
panati bosha mi yanko
ayo ade jimi kan azie for se yebre e wa asase so de akaka krabi na yenyina yie na Yesu mra no mefa yanko yempa boy homeda yempa nko yie sane mane nyina mpa cho se de delay no ekwa na mo bie me fa manu nsia
even ziankopon insure papa na ye befa course Intervention Production sem betimi de number no aguso na nsane befa course no ma me mono tofa the evangelist am ye hunu ne se aware eko America Supreme Court pia ba no na ne definition asesa sa fe de bema timi ware bema oba timi ware oba se sie nso homeda nso akopie America Supreme Court ebe pie be ba no ebe yakwasiada ana se be memneda tefrare hase wa mutu a wodaye ya na nokuru wo mu se wo mo ebedi asem no emunson wo ya nkunu wo munson Roman Catholics a wo gidi se pope infallible on kasam nyamfum so bonini no o sa gidi no en wo de te panel no so enu achi no wo mo aka no so wo mo gidi enhunu ba bi egina enti asem beba na wiye no anya bia homeda nso ho be kana eno ne asem bisa no mefa course na nsa na ma menka quotation wi en sorry ka wo mo bomu wo mo kase nyankopon pene so se wo soma hodo bi e wo wiase bia nyame abodwo no pene so no yentie de Bible eka ma menfa ofrefu answer na makan Bible no hello okay on time nka ma menka me quotation ni wi ne emfa course no make me bi wo 2 Corinthians chapter 6 hello
but your friend hello your friend was to make us see Diana
okay me fato me ti o adaruma
no feel like no so
okay ye besere mo so friend ye pekewa u TV no volume no na de akofem kwakrakrakra no atie wo telephone no enti say be ma feedback ti mo share no so say my me kan 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 14 tie wo say Muni wana wanyi nie entwi konu akro. Twaka ben na eda tenene ne amumuyo. Tenene ne amumuyo ewo. Anase ayonkofa ben ena han eni sum ewo. Na kro ye ben ena ewo Kristo eni bilia entem. Nti ye day ena omo se oso ahodo nyina no Nyankopon gitum. Obi nkwaja na nchen just onam Kristo so. Fashe wadwenem. Hello.
Hello.
Mini aba me mo adwe froze na kasa fi.
Me kasa Olebu.
Bodi chire.
Yeah, friend boy.
Hello. Okay, me pacho yeti.
Hello.
Me pacho yeti.
Me pacho me kasa me back.
Me pacho kasa yeti o wadaroma. Ha, say ni TV esi so. Into wo twen se TV no be kasa anzana wakasa ntimi so ofra ne peke wa ma TV no volume no enkofem. Number betimi afren say see live. Na ne ya kasa ne 0501 484 671 0501 484 671 free. Na question awo no na wabisa. Yenua ba hello.
Hello, Mpacho, the boss seven. Mpacho,
Mo Mpacho yeti.
Mpacho, some power, you know, Mpacho, that question back. In the United Nations, you know, community said, you made that.
Okay, a very good question. Evangelist be yano ediama. It also bet me a friend now question be odiama evangelist. My mention messages are abani bi. Abra ye call so hello evangelist. Help me to understand this. In the book of Romans. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, Pacha Frost and Akasafi.
Me Pacha me free. Hello.
Yetu
Papa. Singana bitim.
Oh, okay. Me Pacha udin de say you.
Your friend Eda example.
Okay, Pacha you Eda.
Una me ekiyamo. Awo juma dia mu dia ni timu pa. Onye no mo na mo ma yente tema ekwato. Na fifi ama Kristo ma yeto. Me ya me da pa du program oba. Ya me enshira.
Aso pani ya me enshira onso papa. Onso betimi afre na question bia onso obi say evangelist question you know be say Romans chapter okay one go to the exact quotation but also in the Romans it is written say ubibu edebi chen edebi obibu na nyina pe na adenti na memene da okay what is the basis for Saturday worship being preferred to any other day as per your discussion. Okay, Evangelist be here no. Hello.
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Good evening, opening Pacha Frost and Akasafi.
Your friend Okubia, Makasafi Akra.
Offer you am Pacha yeti.
Your friend Okubia, Makasafi Akra. Na kana Pacha mi bi sana church. Adiyie ben ena yankasa. Ebe timi egbe akokun court. Abra Bible no ayo 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 8. Let me say after me in Biblia. Inti Adiyie ena ye ka say ye no amu akusu court. Abra na ko to ho na tia.
Me da evangelist e bia na evangelist mu aye na what the pema enti koso ehwe program no. Me pa tonso bet me afrem say ye time na cry aye bit. In terms of the course no be see na eja de aka no de ama evangelist no address questions na mine.
The Okut Romans 14 no. Asema ye titi so ye ka kire won say kwasi ada ne me akopie Supreme Court. Akopie ho an da bi. Onti ho ase ansa.
That's right.
The Romans 14 no Bible no nka sentia no. O se obi buda bi chambi. De odi da bi no de mara. This is no aka.
That's right.
Onyankopon so no obuma me nda chen de aka no. Eno se kwasi ada ne ne konkron. O ha ne say. So the and the business the UNA no omunim no mo ahyeda me pa cho Judas okoton Yesu no oni o Jessica no wa hye da na so no hye da sa na nkom hye sete
okay
ti de ekoso no pa cha nkom hye ti obegye dia no wadaka no obewura ma no wawura ye ntran nye emfa nkolabo nyankopon no kura ye mfa nkolab aye gidie nti gidi ne enko fisa ye braso.
That's right interesting question bi aye nu bi di free tepa tema aba o se ye friend Kwame na sem bisa say na America ehye ne Mmre Ghana de ye fa ho ben
na mama no ba had vice president no o ka de na chere Ghana for
say Ghana ye friend say a sovereign country o ba obisa e bi fa LGBTQ ho de no ka chere
bisa no
and then Ghana parliament anase ni ho
bisa no
America na jitu mu then na be dru Ghana inti ewiase no ye dan ye ho inti de besi wa America bi enkom hye chere say ewiase nyina be som say de ewiase je bema ne bema ware oba ne oba ware no sanso na kwasia da so Mmra no so ohima ana ohene ebeba musa pepepe ntishe no so sa efa eman enti yadi dwumadie ni nyina ebesi ha no mo oba de insha say na oje bre na ohwe dwumadie no mo messages no dodo na menti me ankan mo mfa encheme ne ma ye fisi utehye me fefe production mo adaroma boys to men boutique ewo Accra ufri Royal Circle na akoma sabenkum so pe eho no mo na ewo ya tire ni mo boys to men ohima ya asanto boutique na no bowram suit bia wo pe bia we nya mass production de nhoma sesa ho no bi we de original unsa be ka bia ebo no so wo fem osawo shoes belt entire ahodo nkwala de nyina ade a wo bi friend number egu screen no so no so outside Accra no be arrangement o send usika ba no de amaka na ye de abro kama to ba de inshallah ne ma ye mfi said na wotwe se ne numwa nautical SDA church ehonam na evangelist Joseph Anane ebewo ye wie program ya no wachimbo TV na dia to 3 ABN wabra evangelist at the time with the watchman so eba wakwan so no wakosi ho so e ho no boso ba enema eja epaye award no so monkoso ento mfamayen se de be ya betimi win ni mienu nyina de ahye nyame enimunyo opo ade insha se na nwumre oje bre na ahwe dwumadie no ye from asuafo de hye kofika kare nyame akoa wonam no so e kasa kire yen evangelist the researcher Joseph Anane enanso na me wo fa ase ya adwubi edi ne birthday enti Elizabeth Mensa nyame inshira papa ya ma happy birthday na wotwe se ne obrabo no nsia ekobo no nso no Adiyie Mmre bebe wakwan so bi okai ebe me hunu no kre no na no kre no aye ya de share. God bless you.
Jesus, you're the wind beneath my wings.
Home Base TV, total enjoyment.
It does get better anytime your favorite shop, Malcolm says, is there for you and got you covered with all your daily need items. Continue shopping on products ranging from groceries, stationery, electronics, homeware, kitchenware, furniture, home decor, electrical, and many more at low prices. Terms and conditions apply. Malcolm, where Ghana shops.